we've done all the soldering we need for the time being. Now, you could probably turn off your soldering iron as we need to plug in the control board, the battery, and then actually test that our console works. So, let's get started. In order to connect the control board to the main processor board, we have what's called a ribbon cable. Here, you can see it's got 8 pins on it and 2 white connectors. But before we start connecting it, we need to break off the control board from the main processor board using these little white blocks that snap off. We can actually use this with our hands, but you can see the little white blocks still remain. So what we're going to do is use the cutters to firstly, not cut, but use them as little grips. So we will grip the little white block and then twist to snap. So again, once more, grip, twist, snap, like so. Again, if you can't do this yourself, no worries at all, get an adult or a parent to do it for you. You may find, however, that the edges produced aren't too smooth, but don't worry, this is where the nail file comes handy. So what you want to do is go ahead and grab your nail file, grab the boards, and you can see where the little jagged edges are. We want to place a nail file down and use it to sand down and slowly remove those jagged edges and make it nice and smooth. We can actually run our finger along the edge to make sure it is nice and smooth. And the idea is that when we run our finger along the edge, we don't want to feel any bumps. So that one is perfect. We also need to do this for the main motherboard. You can see there's 2 connections there that we don't want. Again, grab our nail file, run it along until it's nice and smooth. It's really crucial that you just sand a little bit. So you do a couple actions up and down, you stop, check, and then continue. You don't want to do it 10 or 20, sandings and then realize, oh my God, I sanded way too much. Here is the ribbon cable. As you can see, one side has a little blue square, and what we want to do is make sure that that blue square is facing upwards, and then on the little white connector with the black little door like so, we want to open that black door using our nail. So now I'm going to show you how to do that. So just using the tip of your nail, just open it up, slide so the blue side is facing upwards into the connector, and then press down with your thumb on the black door and then pull just to make sure it's in nice and firmly, and that should lock it in place. So now what we're actually going to do is, because this connection needs to be flipped, is we're going to flip the control board over, but before we do that, we're going to open the black door so we can put the ribbon cable in. So make sure it's open like so. And then we're going to slot it in like so, and then you can see I'm actually using my finger to make sure it's nice and locked. Again, we'll give it a little tug, not too hard though, just to make sure it's in and secure. Beautiful. Now, once your connection is made, the 2 PCBs should look like this, where the screen and the joystick are both facing the same way. The next step is to plug in the battery. As you can see, we have a little white connector that needs to go onto the little pale white connector on the PCB motherboard. Now, it's important that you get the little ridge facing upwards. You can see that there's a little ridge on the connector, and if you look at the receiver, there is also a little hole on top of the connector where that slides into. Now, this can be a bit finicky, but the main idea is that you get it in halfway through and then you use your 2 thumbs like so to push it in all the way. And as you see, it doesn't go all the way in, but it does go in about this amount. So it's about half a finger width. Like so. So now we're ready to move on and watch the next video to start testing our console.